Hello, this is Adrienne from Ascension Soul Coaching. I am your conflict coach, and today I have a couple things I want to review. There's a couple things I want to update with you. It's been a very busy week, so let's get started. First of all, Miss Meghan Markle had her baby today, and about 2 weeks ago I did a reading on her and her baby's birth, and it came out, these two cards came out April 16th and June 29th, right? I don't know if you could see them. And what I told you was that I felt the baby was born on April 16th. Now, that was the week around Easter. Easter was on the 21st. So the baby wasn't born, but that week of Easter, you had William and Kate go to visit Meghan, and you had the Queen go visit Meghan, supposedly. That's what they said in the news, right? Okay. So that was around the week of the 16th, which ran into the 21st. We don't know if she had her baby then. We don't know what really is happening. People think she's had a surrogate. There's a big possibility she could have. Doesn't matter if she did or not. They have a baby now. But the other card that came out said June 29th. And the reason that I'm saying this is because I told you in the prediction, in the reading, that June 29th was too far off, but so it might have meant April 29th. And these are 52-week cards. So there's 52 cards in the deck. Each card represents a week. So if you take April 29th plus 7 days, you get May 6th, right? April 29th, 30, or 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7 days. So the cards are really accurate. I misinterpreted it well, I did say that it would be probably around the week of around April 29th, but it was May 6th. But these are week cards, so it's anything after, between this date and 7 days out. And that's how we read these cards. So it was right on the nose. I'm not saying I was 100% correct. I'm just saying that this is how you read these cards. And as a reader, you need to be able to be in tune and say sometimes it's not right, and you have to be able to use your instincts to figure out what it's trying to say to you. So her baby's born. It's a boy. They said it's going to be 2 or 3 days before we get to see pictures of the baby. I guess they're supposed to have this big photo op with photographers, and they'll then release the pictures to the world. But they're not going to come out and show the baby live like Kate did or Diana did or Fergie did with their babies. So, to me, people want to say that, Meghan is the black queen, or black princess. We're all happy that she got her prince. And I'm not mad at her at all. I think it's great. The only thing I wish she had done was take her time and get married. Because, one, she's already been married before. They say twice, but at least once. 2, she's American, he's British. And the culture is so different. Even though I know she's dated a lot of white men in her life, and married white men, marrying into that royal family is a whole different animal. And if you look at all the other relationships, they get divorced. It's very hard being actually growing up in Britain and then marrying into that family, let alone coming from across the pond, right? And her being half black, and then she's an actress, and all the other things that go along with that. And we don't know what's really going on with her and her family, but that in itself was an issue. I believe that if she had dated him a little longer, because Kate dated William for 8 years, not to say she had to date 8 years. If she had waited a few years, at least 2 good solid years of dating him where people knew they were dating, and her throw herself into philanthropic work with Harry and getting out there and doing the work, right, of earning that title, and then getting to know her, and then her being able to work out a lot of her issues with her family prior to getting married, maybe she wouldn't have all these issues. I think people don't trust her because of those things, but what puts the icing on the cake with people's opinion of her is the fact that how she's treating her father. And I'm not saying your family is always the best family, but how you treat your family, how you treat your family, says a lot about you. And if at this point in her life where she's married or had married the prince, I think she should have taken the time to really set things straight with her father first before she got married. I mean, he didn't even go to her wedding. They said he had a heart issue, which is fine. I understand that being a situation, but when you think about just the whole situation with her and her father and all the loving pictures he had with her growing up, he deserved some spot in her life on her wedding day and with this baby being born. You don't have to live with him. You just should have a good relationship with your father when you can. And he seems like a good guy. He seems like he's a very good guy. He's got caught up in the whole storm of her getting married and to the prince, and then the you know, the issues between her and her sister and her brothers, you know, unfortunately. But I think at some point she should be the bigger person, is what I'm saying, and to reach out the olive branch to her father on some capacity where he could have limited maybe exposure to her and her baby. And I think that would kind of take off some of the edge with how people over there in Britain are feeling about her. You know, I have no problem with her being black and mixed or whatever. That's just who she is. And I'm glad that the royal family welcomed her into their arms and let her and Harry get married. I'm sure it wasn't the most optimal situation in their mind, but it's working out. But it's taken a lot of work because of the perception people have of her, and I don't think she's done anything to make it any better. The last 50 days she's been out of the scene, which is fine. She's pregnant. She's probably on leave, you know, taking leave with the baby. We don't know what issues she was having in her pregnancy. They didn't tell us if she was pregnant. You know, they say it was a surrogate. But there's a lot of turmoil in that girl's life right now. This marriage is not what she thought it would be. Whether she loves Harry or not doesn't matter. It's so much happened in such a short period of time, from being married to getting pregnant, just to the public's persona of her. Some people say she's being crucified unreasonably. Some people say she deserves it. Doesn't really matter. It's how she's feeling and what's coming at her. And I just wish she had taken time to build a relationship, not just with Harry, but with the public that she was going to be serving. Because remember, when you marry into the royal family, or you're part of the royal family, it's a job. It's not just you get married and you go live happily ever after. There's a role to be served, and there's rules to be followed, and there's the perception of people over there. There's a tabloid that comes after you tooth and nail, and you need to be prepared for that. And the strongest of the strongest sometimes fall to that. Princess Diana, she was raised over there. She was she was blue blood. She was royalty. She knew the Windsors, but over time that stuff gets to you, and you can't just jump into that stuff lightly. Oh, I got a prince. If he really loves you, he would have waited for you. If you would give him your plan, I mean, that's how you gotta do it for your own mental stability. And now you're gonna raise this child in this fishbowl bowl, and we don't know. Hopefully Harry will help her navigate that, because and be there for his child like his mother was for him, protecting him from the vultures, right? But I feel in some kind of way Meghan doesn't make it easier, so he's gonna have to fight her wanting. And this is my impression, that she likes attention. She's an actress, okay? They like attention. They like notoriety. They like that thing. You can't be an actress and not really want to see fame and attention. It just goes hand in hand. So he's gonna have to work that out with her, and then just compartmentalize this baby so it's protected. And then if it's, because he's mixed, and we don't know what we get when we mixed races, right? We don't know if the child's going to be dark skinned, if it's going to be curly hair, nappy hair, whatever. I'm sure it's going to be pretty, it's going to be cute, this little boy, right? But it's going to be scrutinized as well. And so I wish her well. I wish them well. But past few months has not been easy on them. So let's hope it gets better. Let's hope she figures out who she is, how she needs to be, what she needs to let go of, and what she needs to really dig herself into to show the British public that she's there for the long haul, she's there to serve, and she's there to be a part of that family, not to just be a showpiece. So anyway, I will talk to you again. The cards don't lie, remember that. And tomorrow, there'll always be something else to talk about. You want a reading with me? can reach out to Ascension Soul Coaching at gmail.com, or you can email me at Ascension Soul Coaching at Ascension Soul Coaching at gmail.com is my email address, and ascensionsoulcoaching.com is my website. Again, Adrienne Torres signing off. You all have a great day. Thanks.